Hello everyone, it's Derek here. During the past month, because of COVID-19, a lot of my friends are actually being staying at home and they've been looking for things to do, um, pick up new habit, or trying to find a game they can play. And I basically got back to online poker, which I did play poker for a living for a good 3 to 4 years, back when I was early 20s. So I was thinking, why not just make a video of how I play and then what I plan to do during this lockdown period. And hopefully I can help some people who's interested in poker and maybe pick it up as a habit or a skill that you can potentially have so you can be making a lot of side money no matter where you are and no matter where the situation is. So here I am. I'm gonna talk about three things. First, I'm gonna basically first explain to you guys my poker history, about how I got into poker, um, and then how I become a professional poker player, and why I kind of quit at the end. And then I'm gonna talk about bankroll, how much money you need in order to start playing online poker. And then at last, I'm gonna go over the basic stats that you need to understand in order to be a winning player in online poker. So first, I first got into poker when I was around 18, 19 years old, and I was playing with a bunch of my friends. Later, when I turned 21, I went to Vegas. I won the second tournament I was ever in, and then kind of just started from there. I was still working at T-Mobile at the time, and I was playing a lot of online poker cash games. So I started playing when I had $200 in my account, and I was playing 10 cents, actually 5 cents and 10 cents online with $10 buy-in. So I was working and playing at the same time. So in 1 year, I built my bankroll from $200 to $50,000. And that was when I decided to quit my T-Mobile job and just playing poker professionally. I just wanted to give it a shot. And I played live professionally for 3 years, from when I was 23 till when I was 26. During the 3 years, I was averaging about $110 playing 510 no limit and sometimes 1020. At the end, I decided to quit because I had enough saving and I decided to start my own business. And I kind of just put poker on the side. And at the end, I kind of lost my interest in poker as well. So that was a major reason I quit. Um, Now I still play poker sometimes, but mostly just during WSOP. I'll play a couple of tournaments here and there, and mostly just for fun. So, if you want to get into poker, how much bankroll do you actually need? Um, it depends. But on this account, my goal is to start with $1,000, which you can see here. I now managed to have a bankroll of like 1,500 something. Um, but most of those money I made uh, um, in small tournaments. So cash game, I'm pretty much break even. Um, so here's the thing, bankroll is very important in poker. So if you want to start playing, let's say you have $1,000, right? You can definitely play 510 no limit, 1,000 buy-in. But what's gonna happen is that if you have a bad luck or something, like it's very easily to lose a buy-in. Like it's just pretty much, it happens all the time. So if you have $1,000 and you play 510 no limit with 1,000 buy-in, you basically have one buy-in. And if you lose it, you have to like redeposit and stuff like that. That's definitely not good. I consider that situation bankrupt. So, and then if you have $1,000, you want to start playing 1-2 no limit, 200 buy-in, that's only 5 buy-ins, which is still not enough. So my recommendation is to have at least 20 buy-ins. So if you plan to put $1,000 into an online account, that means you should probably be playing 25 cents and 50 cents, $50 buy-in. So that way you have 20 buy-ins to as a buffer, just in case you go on a downswing or just going through an extended period of time where it's just bad luck, right? Um, And America Card Room right now is probably one of the most reputable um, site that is actually US player friendly. Um, so I recommend you to take a look at it. Just make sure that when you sign up, find the best bonus code so you get the best bonus and stuff like that. And some of you who know me for over 10 years probably will be asking, why am I playing such small stakes? Because I don't want to put that much money online. Because in order to deposit money into America Car Room, you need to use a credit card or Bitcoin, which I don't have. So I just don't have the ability to put in 4,000, 5,000, $6,000 to play at 1-2 no limit, for example. And never really focused on what kind of stakes or how much money you can make per session. Because a winning player at 10 cents, 20 cents is better than a losing player playing 10, 20. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a losing player at 10, 20, you can be making like $5,000, $6,000 in a hand. But at the same time, if you're losing, then what's it matter? It doesn't matter how much money you can make per hand, right? It's all about how much money you can make overall during a extended period of time. So if you're a losing player at 10, 20, that's worse than, like if you can win consistent poker at 10 cents, 20 cents, that's better than being a losing player at 10, 20. Okay? So I'm just going to go over the program I use briefly. So I use Poker Tracker. I'm not really a stats guy, but I still have to use this program because almost everyone uh, who take it seriously playing online poker use some kind of poker tracking program. So right now I played about 10,000 hands in the past week or so. It's really not that much. I average about 1,000 hands per hour. And the stats that I normally focus on is just the EV percentage, which is this columns right here. My C all in adjusted. What it means is basically um, how much money you win or lose if the odds falls exactly 100% correct. Let me give you an example. So if you have pocket aces versus pocket sevens, right? Your equity is 80%. So let's say the pot is $100, right? So your equity in this hand is actually around $80. What it means is basically 80% of the time you're gonna win, but 20% of the time you're gonna lose. So if it's $100 and you have 80% equity, that means your expected value is $80, right? At the same time, if you're the one who hold pocket sevens, your expected value is only 20%. So if you get it all in against pocket aces, you only have 20% equity, which means it's negative, right? So EV basically explain how hot or how cold you're running. Like by looking at EV, you can know you're playing well or you're just being bad luck. But it's not always the case. I'll explain that a little bit later. So here's a tracking program I use, and it gives you a head-up display, which looks like this, where you can see how people play based on their stats. I'm just gonna go over it very briefly, and if you guys have a question, you can ask me later. So this is the VP, which is the voluntary put the money in play, which means the percentage this player put money into the pot, whether it's raised or calling a raise. Pre-flop raise is, of course, getting the pot with the raise, which is 20% for this particular player. And C-bet percentage is continuation bet percentage. And this is C-bet fold, which is the percentage that you fold, like this player folding to a C-bet. 3-bet percentage, 3-bet means a raise over a raise, right? And then this is the percentage that a player folded to 3-bet. And this is turn C-bet, reverse C-bet. And this is 4-bet percentage, fold to 4-bet percentage. right? So I'm just gonna go into the action real quick. I'm probably gonna play a short 30-minute session, and in a future video, I'm not gonna be explaining those basics, so it's less boring stuff. The game I play is the 25 cents, 50 cents Blitz Poker. What Blitz Poker is basically when you have a hand you don't want to play, you just fold and then you jump right into the next hand instead of waiting for everybody else to finish. You will get way more hands per hour playing this game. However, the players who play Blitz Poker are generally more solid because they're generally tighter because they don't have to wait for good hands, right? You can just fold, 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 and then just play the next hand. One Blitz Poker table is probably equal to 2.5 to 3 tables, regular tables, in terms of hands per hour you'll be able to get. I normally play 4 Blitz tables, but in order for me to explain my thought process during the game, I feel like 2 tables is probably better. And let's get started. Easy fold on both. King for suited fold. Ace king definitely gonna race. Just fold. As you can see, whenever you fold, you just go to the next hand. So it's very fun and it's a lot of action. You actually don't have to wait for people to finish. Six, seven suited, raise under the gun. So we have a flush draw here with the gut shot straight draw. Definitely gonna see bet this. Half pot, pretty standard. He calls here, so he probably has a 9 or some kind of jack or even a 10. But our range is way stronger here, so definitely gonna second barrel this. A little more, 75% of pot. This is a terrible card. We just have to check it down. There's no reason to bluff here because he can very easily have a 9 here. He might have a jack, but it doesn't make sense for us to bluff here. Yeah, he has a 9. Pocket nice. Pocket 10's definitely gonna 3-bet. Here, ace-6 suited, raise and a call, raise and re-raise. That's interesting. Normally I'll 3-bet this guy, but since this guy already 3-bet, and he's kind of short stack, so I'm not sure if I should. So probably just better to fold. Pocket jack, raise. So this guy 3-bet 4% of the time, so it's pretty tight player. But it's cutoff versus button, so it's easier to just 4-bet and hopefully he just fold. And if he jam, then we have to think about if we're calling that. Okay, good thing he folded. If he jammed, then we probably still have to call. Because it's cutoff versus button. He could have like anything. And he could have a lot of ace king over there. It's gonna 3-bet this. just gonna c-bet, like half pot here. If he's called, he probably has an ace. In here, we can. Oh, this guy already 3-bet. There's nothing we can do there. Oh, easy open 2x. Heads up. This guy fell to c-bet. 100. Well, those stats are not as reliable since we don't have that much data on them yet. Standard c-bet, have the pot. This guy, just gonna respect his 3-bet here and fold. So we have 2 pair here, which is good. I don't think he has that strong of a hand. If he has like ace king, he'll definitely 3-bet pre-flop. King queen maybe 3-bet pre-flop as well. So the only hand we can hope here is that he has king jack or something like that. We're gonna bet a little bigger here for the about 75% the pot. Here is the easy 3-bet. We can squeeze this. He folded. He probably doesn't have anything. Got caught in 2 spot. It's very interesting. This guy. I'll normally just bet like a quarter pot here as c-bet, because this is a really dry board. He can't really have anything. Because we're just gonna give up here. This is a easy c-bet. Okay. We either barrel here or we give up. In this case, I probably decide to give up because he's never folding a jack here. So that's a good card for us to bet. So we just bet half the pot. Hopefully fold. This ace is really good for our range. So if he has like a 9 here, he has to fold. If he has a jack, he probably will fold as well. If he has king, he's probably gonna raise us, and we just have to. Yeah, there you go. King jack, defend. So this is really dry board, so he can't really have much, and then I don't think he has a lot of 10s here, so we can flow once and see what he does on the turn. We pick up an open-ended straight draw, which is good. I'm not sure exactly what he has here. He could have a queen, but even with the queen, we still have a lot of outs and potentially can outplay him in the river, so we just call here. This is a 3. We just can't do anything to this bet, so we just have to give it up. If he check to us, we can probably like try to bluff it. This guy only had $25. Call my 3-bet. He's pretty loose. Just standard c-bet, half the pot. If he raise, we probably have to get it in. This is a very good card for us. We kinda just wanna put it all in because he only has $20. There's no reason to bet anything less than that. And hopefully he's gonna call with like king 10 or something. Okay, has a flush draw. Okay, easy money. Call here. Yeah, he has a flush draw and pair 7. Okay, we flop top 2 pair. Really lucky here. We can put a little raise here. $7. Just in case he has like ace king or something. Then if you have like Jack 10, you just don't want him to have. You just don't want to give him a free card, so you have to kind of raise there to protect your hands. Under the gun raise, definitely gonna 3-bet here. You don't want to call this. If you can 3-bet or you can fold, but calling with ace 9 suited here is just not a very smart decision. Over time, you'll be a losing player. So it's either fold or 3-bet. If you want to play, then 3-bet. If not, then fold. Fold is perfectly fine. This guy 4-bet here. Gotta have the nuts. Here we can 3-bet, but we have been 3-betting too much, so just fold for now. There's nothing we can do here. Standard open on the button, pocket fours. This guy almost never fold to 3-bet. This is actually a pretty bad flop for us, since it's way better for his calling range than us, so we can just check behind. It's really bad. Bad turn. We just have to fold here. Whenever you see like somebody just call, that means he's a fish, so you just kind of attack him a little bit. Definitely gonna 3-bet here. Pocket jacks on the left. We just bet like a quarter pot because this is a pretty dry board. There's nothing on the flop. It's almost never gonna have a 10 here. Here, he fold. He call. He could very much be calling with like ace high here, so we just have to protect our hand a little bit. So let's do half the pot here. If he calls, he probably had like jacks or queens or something like that. Just have to kind of give it up. Okay. He probably has like jacks, but I don't think he'll ever fold jacks here, unless we just go all in or like bet like pot size or something, which doesn't make any sense. We're just hoping that he has ace king, but since he called the turn, it's very unlikely. So I'm guessing he probably has like pocket jacks or something like that. I'm just gonna check back. Oh, yeah, 10 jack. Oh, that's surprising. Here. Standard c-bet. This could mean he has a 10. I wouldn't play that way personally, but in these stakes, you never know what people are doing, so just gonna give it to him. Under the gun raise is easy fold. Here, we can see a flop. There, check fold. Fold. I'm just gonna open here because we've been playing pretty tight. You can see our stats here. This is like a little bit too tight, so you don't want to be too tight. This guy is just definitely gonna 3-bet here. You don't want to just call here out of position against bottom open with pocket nines. You're just putting yourself in a difficult spot. This guy's call. It's gonna be a bad player. Definitely gonna raise a little more. It's a pretty standard C-bet spot. He almost never has an ace here. We flop top set here against a tagged fish player, which is good. And he led to us, which is really good. Probably gonna put a little raise, not too much. Like a little over, maybe 2.5 times. Because if you raise too much, he'll probably fold. 8 doesn't change much unless he has 4-5, which is highly questionable. So we're just gonna bet pretty big here, like 75% of pot, maybe a little more. Not the greatest river, but in his range, he's not gonna have a lot of nines, right? I think he has probably like 2 pair or something, or maybe just a jack. Very unlikely, but yeah, we can still get some value here. A lot of people just check behind here, but the problem is that in his range, he's not gonna have that many nines, and if he does, he'll probably lead out. He's not gonna check the river, so we can easily assume we still have the best hand. Hopefully he has like 2 pair or something. Call, let's see what he has. He has queen jack. Okay, good. I thought he had like 2 pair. He had to have like a 2 pair to call there, but it shows how terrible these players are. Just check call 3 times with like top pair. It's overplayed top pair. He has a flush draw on the turn too, but still he should have. I guess he could have called turn, but on the river it was easy fold. In here we 3-bet and we flop top pair. It's gonna see bet. Bad player. I've seen like a lot of bad player recently. I don't know. It's because of Covid-19 or something. Like people are staying at home, playing more online poker and stuff. It's definitely a 3-bet spot. Not too much on the board. We can bet, we can check. Either way, fine. I probably decide, I'm gonna check here because we're having C betting a little bit too much. King is very good for our range, so definitely gonna put something like half the pot here. You only have $16. Yeah. If he has more money, it's definitely a call or 3-bet, but he only had like $16. It's no reason to. I guess you can. I decide not to. And then if you're still watching the video this far deep, I'm pretty sure that you understand the basics in terms of ranges and stuff. If you don't understand, you can always ask me questions, and then I'll be more than happy to explain what hand ranges means at different position. This guy never 3-bets. He only has $15, so there's not much room to play or to outplay him. So just give up here. We flop top two pair here. Just gonna see bet. If he didn't do this, we are gonna 3-bet him. But since he already 3-bet and he has a 3% chance of 3-betting, so just gonna respect him a lot. Just fold. Definitely gonna 3-bet here. He already 3-bet. I guess we can put in a 4-bet here. $13. We haven't 4-bet much this session at all. Because he can be doing this with nothing. Because it's a button versus cutoff open. So he can be 3-betting really, really light. That makes this play profitable in the long run, in my opinion. But if they're like pushback or something, like jam, like this, we definitely have to just give it up. Easy fold here. Here's just nothing you can do here. You just have to give it up. He has like aces, kings, or at least ace king, way too often here. Gun raise. We're just gonna call because it's under the gun raise, and then this guy's relatively tight, so just gonna give him some credit. Flop a set. We don't. We're just gonna give up. This hits his big blind calling range really, really hard, so I don't really want to see that here. Let's check back. Oh, he checked again. That means we might have the best hand, so just go ahead and bet half the pot. He calls here, he could have either 7, or he could have like knight 10, or like some kind of flush draw, or he could have 8, obviously. Now he lead out for more than the pot. He probably assumed that we hit the ace, or the ace really benefit our range. So he probably has an 8 here. We just have to give it up. Here, just standard C bet. Oh, actually, we're blind. Well, too bad. We pick up flush draw on the turn. Oh, actually, we don't. I thought we had 2 clubs. Oops. Just gonna give up here. Against under the gun raise, Queen Jack it's offsuit is not the best hand to defend. So I'm just gonna fold here. Pocket kings here, under the gun raise. We don't have much stats on him. This is definitely a 3-bet spot, and hopefully they think we're squeezing. Here, this is a bad board to see bet, so we just check. This guy call. Flop. I'm gonna bet here, since he checked twice. I'm just gonna bet like really small here, like a quarter pot. If they have an ace, they're gonna call. If they don't, they're fold. So we don't have to bet. Betting's half the pot, and the quarter pot here is basically exactly the same. Here is fold. Yeah, this guy has an ace for sure, almost. So I just have to give it up. Sucks, but nothing we can do. So fold here. Easy open. We got kings here again. Raise it up. We got 3-bet it. This guy's really, really tight. He doesn't 3-bet that much. We're just gonna 4-bet and get it in. Hopefully we're good. Hopefully we didn't run into aces. 4% 3-bet range is like aces, aces, kings, ace, king, and queens, jacks. So we're just gonna like 4-bet here. This guy almost never 3-bets, so he must have like something good. If we get it in, we just have to call. Hope that he doesn't have aces. Folded. He probably like 10s or jacks or something like that. Here. Easy 3-bet. You just don't want to play those weak suited aces out of position by playing passively, meaning calling. If you want to get in, then it's better that you just 3-bet it. It makes your life a lot easier. Bet half the pot here. We turn 2 pairs. There's a chance that he has ace queen or ace jack, but with the flush draw, I think he'll raise the flop. Since he didn't raise the flop, he probably has ace 10 or ace 9 or something like that. I don't think he has ace king because I think he will 4-bet me pre-flop. So let's just assume, that's just a bet amount that ace 9 would call us. So a little under half the pot. And 7 counter river. He's almost never gonna have a flush here. I don't think. Maybe he does, but it's unlikely the way he plays. So we're still gonna put him on like ace 10, ace 9 or something like that. So we just have to bet the amount that ace 9 or ace 10 will call, which we cannot bet too much, like 12. That should be about right. If he raises here, we just have to fold. Hopefully he doesn't. He probably like ace 10 or ace 9 or something like that. We'll find out. Easy C bet here. Yeah, he has ace 10. Perfect. It's just that's another example of how hand reading can benefit you from getting more value in the pot. So he's very unlikely to have a flush there. So I value bet the river, but a lot of players would just give up. Here we turn a flush draw. He only had $13. We should just milking like for like a 4. He's easy to bet here. So if a lot of players would just check the river because they're afraid of flush draw or they're afraid of ace jack ace queen, but in reality, if you're a good hand reader, you almost for sure know. Here we just standard c bet half the pot. You almost know that he doesn't have those hands. That's why I could comfortably just do the value bet, and it worked out really well for us. But at the same time, if he was raising the river, I was ready to fold it anyways. So I'm prepared. Here, this guy almost never. He always fold to a 3-bet, so I'm gonna respect his range a little bit. He probably like jacks or queens or something. He could have a king. But since he called a flop, he must have like something like a king or like jacks or queens, something like that, or even bigger, like I said. So you just have to give up here. Pretty normal. You can 3-bet, but there's no reason to really. Like 10-5 suited is just too much of a jump. Let's see a flop with him. Ah, never mind. If you want to play, it's better to just 3-bet. If you just call, then you can easily be dominated, and it's very hard for you to get rid of it, get away from the hand. We flop an open-handed straight draw here. King's over here. Easy open. We're just gonna c-bet half the pot here. We have a bad door flush draw as well. This hand, he calls. That means he could have a king, he could have a jack. Whichever he has, he either has a king or jack. He's not folding this turn, so there's no reason to barrel here. So we just check, and hopefully we can get a free river. Over here, it's a really dry board. There's no point to bet more than half the pot. So let's just do like a little over quarter of the pot. We just completely miss here. Let's just give it a shot. Bet like $10. We can wrap a king. He could have a busted flush draw, so hopefully that's the case. In here, we just have to check. Hopefully he has a 10. He call. Good call. Nothing we can do there. So he bet pot, which is really good for us because he's never gonna have a deuce here. So he's never gonna have a deuce here. So we can easily put him on 10. So how should we play in order to get the max value out of a 10? Definitely not raising here, because raising here just make your hands way too strong, right? So we can call, and then oh shit, that's really bad. That's actually really bad. So my goal was to check the turn, and then just call the turn, and then check the river, and then check raising on the river. But it's another 10, so it's like really bad for us. We just have to check. Oh, he checked behind. Good. So he probably has like nothing, or like a pocket pair or something, like a pocket 7 or something. Oh yeah, it's high. Good for us. But even if that was the case, and let's say the river wasn't a 10, right? We're still gonna check to him, assuming that because we're putting on a 10, right? Let's say the river is a 3, right? We check to him, he'll probably still bluff at it. So we still get the max value playing that way. I guess you can make a case for check raise the turn, but a good player will fold a 10 there. Like, they're capable of doing that. Here, we just call. We flop bottom pair with the open-ended straight draw, which is good enough for us to continue with position. So let's just call. Pocket aces here. Oh, we just check here. There's no reason to bet, because if he has a jack, he's not folding. He has a 10, he's probably check raising us. So it's no reason to bet here. You're gonna give him a credit for at least a pair. Here we just standard C bet. The river doesn't mean anything. Our hand's pretty much garbage. If anything that he can bet, we do not beat. So if he bet, we just check it back. Hopefully he has nothing, but I don't think so. Oh, he has ace king. Good. Lucky us. Suited ace, easy open under the gun. Uh, 5-6 suited. Good looking cards. But we're probably gonna fold because this guy has a really high 3-bet rate. We don't want to play hands getting 3-betted out of position, so we're just gonna give it up. Here we got 3-betted. Since we raised under the gun and then he's able to 3-bet, that means a good percentage of time he has a really strong hand. So there's no reason for us to continue here. I guess you guys are always 4-bet bluff, but yeah, it's probably better just to fold. Now we're just gonna give up. Oh, we have a lot of kings in this session, which is good. I've been relatively bad luck with kings. Like, I've been losing a lot of with kings. The gun raise. We just flat call here, and hopefully we can top the set. Here we can 3-bet. But no. That's actually not a bad flop for our calling range. Raise. 3-bet here. We can call, but since there's an up player in the game, if it's just heads up, I'll call here most of the time. But since it's a 3-way, you're gonna give this guy some respect too. So just gonna give it up. I think that's about it. We play like, how long have we been playing? Like a little over 40 minutes or something. Just gonna wrap up the session right here. See the next big play. Definitely a 3-bet. So my goal is to double my bankroll during the 2 weeks lockdown period. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. I'll try to record one of my session every day. We don't have nothing here. We're just gonna see bet, and then if he's called, we just give up. Here. Oh, whatever. Here he called. We turn a gutter. But yeah, we were gonna give up anyways. It's just easy fold. King 9 with position. Pretty standard open. Flop top pair. Just gonna have the pot. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed today's session, and see you guys tomorrow. Peace.